1984. The Theory and Practice of Oligarchical Collectivism. Chapter 1. Ignorance is Strength. Throughout recorded time, and probably since the end of the Neolithic Age, there have been three kinds of people in the world: the high, the middle, and the low. But we'll get back to that. Chapter 3. War is Peace. Some odd years ago, the Earth was divided into three superstates: Eastasia, Eurasia, and Oceania. For 25 years now, these three superstates have been at war. Despite the empty possibility of any real conquest or victory. However, the war they have created is far different than is what is previously conceived. It is important to know that in a growing society, it is difficult to maintain a balance between wealth and power. In order for an effective balance to be created, making all members of society equal, goods would have to be distributed, preventing consumer growth. During a war, massive production is needed, while also prohibiting economic growth. Compared to how they lived before the revolution, the superstates keep their people kept, bare, hungry, and dilapidated. The essential act of war is destruction. That much is still the same. However, opposed to the physical destruction of men and land, this continuous war destroys a society's ability to advance and move into the future. For example, science is no longer a pursuit of knowledge, but has now been reduced to the study of thought crime and the development of weaponry. Even these two fields hardly experience growth, seeing as the development of weaponry has hardly advanced at all. The superstates are still building and housing atomic bombs, a weapon that has development well before the superstates were even formed. All of these superstates hold their populations captive in this continuous war through one central ideology. In Oceania, it's called Ingsoc, translated to death worship or obliteration of the self. All of these names contain the same concept, the same structure. They have a big brother, an inner party, a party and proles, with a big brother, a worshipped, semi-divine leader. One might be asking themselves, why does this structure work? Why are the people fighting against the pyramid? Well, you see, when war becomes literally continuous, it also ceases to be dangerous. Technical progress can cease and the most palpable facts can be denied or disregarded. This war the superstates are engaged in is not a war among nations, but a war waged upon one's loyalty, a loyalty that is built upon the unity against a common enemy and party domination. Now let's go back to chapter 1, Ignorance is Strength, and this pyramid structure that is society. If you recall, we have the high, the middle, and the low, with each level having different desires. The high wished to remain at the top of the pyramid. The middles wished to swap places with the high. And the low wished for restructuring of the pyramid, one based on the principles of equality. Out of the repetition of this pattern came the ideals of socialism. The superstates used these socialist movements to fuel their ideals. However, it quickly turned into Italian rule, and eventually deteriorated into Ingsoc and death worship. Out of these ideologies came unfreedom and inequality. These systems became all about freezing history at a chosen moment. Opposed to the natural progression of a society, the superstates created this realm where society actually moved backwards and began embracing old concepts. To keep the pyramid structure intact, the superstates realized they had to prevent liberalism. They had to mold the consciousness. What controlled them was Big Brother. Big Brother and his thought police march around society's pyramid, weeding out any independent thinkers, enlisting only those who are ignorant.
The end.